This character is an utter bastard, but this toy is kind of alright. Ah yes, TF1. My favorite Transformers movie named after a Metallica song. And shock of all shocks, I have actually watched it. In fact, it's right here. I kind of want to watch it again. But we have to talk about Sentinel Prime. So, spoiler. If you haven't watched the movie yet somehow and intend to, spoiler. Sentinel Prime, well, trying to be the heroic leader of Icon, protector of the Transformers. He's really a big bastard who killed the other Primes in order to gain power and has been siphoning the energon that they need for themselves and delivering it to the Quintessons, who are the enemy. So, yeah. He's an asshole. He also feels very familiar, like somebody... I'm getting glimpses of a wall. I don't know. And in the end, he gets killed by Megatron. Which I kind of wish I could do this toy. I could, but then I wouldn't be able to play with him again. And I love Transformers 1. It is a very good movie. But I waited till the studio series to get a figure. And the first one I saw happened to be Sentinel Prime. So, let's take a look at him. He looks good. I'm not 100%, but he does... My only nitpick with the look of him are the gray bits. In the movie, they're bright silver. They had a tiny budget for silver on his face and his chest, but like, he really needs that pop of like shiny on his arms and his thighs. And probably his heels, but maybe not as much as heels. And let's take a look at that face, which you can definitely hear the voice of John Hamm coming out of that face. John Hamm is amazing at playing a stuck-up villain. I don't want to say douchey, but like, have you seen his commercials, like the Skip the Dishes commercials? Like, they're hilarious. He very much comes off like he could be a villain, but also a bit of a charlatan, a bit to people pleaser, like we're doing all right, while secretly stabbing everyone in the back. And I like this design. It feels a bit like a Seeker, almost. Like the wings, the shoulder things. He doesn't have a cockpit in his chest. No, that's on his back right there. But he does give me like a Dirge vibes. Probably because there aren't a lot of flying Autobots. Like the aerial bots, Jetfire. I'm struggling to come up with others. So he very much gives me like Seeker vibes. And this design, brand new for the movie, definitely feels a bit animated with the blue. Or War for Cybertron, like the video game Fall of Cybertron, like that version of Sentinel Prime was blue. But I think G1 Sentinel Prime was like bright orange. At least he's not Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime. I sold that toy. You damn Ironhide murderer. You know, I wonder what internet personality evangelist thinks about Sentinel.
Sentinel!
Don't call it a crossover. But let's talk functionality. It's good, but there are some choices that I'm not sure about. Like the head is on a hinge and also on a rotation. But to me, that hinge, like all the way up, looks a bit odd. Put a pin in that. We'll talk about it in a bit. The shoulders are, well, my biggest critique, because they're ball jointed, but oh no, like that's not right. It's just a salute. It's not anything else. It's just him raising his hand. But the ball joint, why? Like, you have a ball joint set into the, like, normally you see a ball joint, the arm is cupped around it so it can move free. This just, it hangs too low, it feels loose. I don't know if I want to pop it out to, like, do the paper towel thing. There's a joke in there about not being strong enough to raise your arms. They can go out that far. That's not quite tree posture, but it's close. The bicep swivel is all the way down here under that bit of armor. The elbow is fine. 90 degrees. No wrist bend. You don't even have any... Well, there's a reason. A hilarious reason, but... Yeah, no wrist bend. You have a waist joint, which is unimpeded by the backpack. The backpack itself is on a hinge, and a transformation hinge, a series of hinges, so they can get out of the way. And they are ostentatious as all hell. I love the massive just size of them. Like, they're more than just wings. They're a freaking wing cape. Very Scourge. They also give me Scourge vibes. He can kick forward and backwards. His thighs do look a bit small next to his massive boots. But, you know, it makes sense for the character because he's putting on an illusion that he's taller. He's a bit scrawny, but, like, he's pulling, like, a sort of visual cheek to appear taller than he is. Which, yeah. At least he's not playing golf while he's supposed to be protecting Iacon. Thigh swivel. Very nice. Knee bend. Just about 90 degrees. He has a downward... He has a toe bend. And he has a... Like... That is such a deep ankle tilt. Like, sculpt breakingly deep, but it's still awesome. So this toy poses pretty good. Like, there are some questionable things, the shoulders, the wrists, but I think he manages to overcome it. I wish he had more of a, like, a smug kind of smile instead of, like, a neutral face. Like, I think he would have done so much better with the... bit of a, you could say, a cheeky grin right there. And overall, I think he looks fairly movie accurate, like as good as they could do with a budget before tariffs, or including the tariffs. Now, I did mention the neck looking a bit weird. And that's because he's got a battle mode. So we'll save that, but one of the things he does is fold these out to have flip out guns, which is easier to say. There you go. He's got flip out guns on each shin. He's got these shoulders, which might be the reason for the ball joint being the way it is. You open them up and you flip them forward, and I don't know what that is. Is that supposed to be a gun, I guess? I don't know. I thought they were going to be like Seeker. Like, he already has the collarbone things, but I thought they were going to stand up straight. Like he's wearing Empire State Buildings on his shoulders. And, well, you can... It's so dumb. He's got twitching tits. Like, you can fold out his pec pieces. And then the last bit, which is the reason his neck looks so weird, is he's got a fold out battle mask. Very much like movie Bumblebee. This movie included. Badassatron. I got a battle mask. But that is his full battle mode. This did make an appearance in the film in his final climactic battle with Megatron. But it looks dumb and half-assed. I don't know, like, it lazy, half-assed, and yet it's very easily forgettable. You just put them away, put the guns away, put the battle mask, and never wear that battle mask again. And it's like, what battle mode? I didn't have a battle mode. He does have actual accessories as well. Like, he doesn't have his Thanos sword that he uses in the movie, which is a shame, but they probably finished the design before the movie was finalized, so like an early version had these kind of pathetic gray pistols which you can plug into his hands. Like, yeah, they suck. But no, they just suck. They're not the exact same sculpt. There's some slight differences. But yeah, they're pretty terrible. Like, he's pew pew, pew pew. And he's got this, which looks kind of like a shield or a plasma sword from Halo. But it's bright pink. And he can tab it onto either of his forearms. It said it's a gun, but let's face it, it's a shield. And to finish it off, you can plug the guns onto the gun. Isn't that just a rancid cherry on top of a sundae with almonds that you're allergic to? Did you make my split? Ooh, Lawrence Fishburne reference. We'll give that a thought eventually. Yeah, that certainly is an accessory, I guess. Let's take it off. And then proceed to drop it. Oh, and he started transforming himself. Size comparison. Siege Ratchet. I don't have another Sentinel Prime, and this is the closest robot mode I have on hand. So he's deluxe. basically. Now here is the reason he doesn't have wrist joints. He's got freaking 1980s sleeves. Like that. Why? You could have done that and given him a wrist swivel. So his shoulders are going to untab. His head is going to rotate on the platform. His cockpit is going to fold up and tab in. And the wings, this part of the wing is going to fold all the way down into there. Do the same thing on the other side. And then this whole back panel is going to double hinge down and tab in to, like, right there, and tab into the legs, which also tab in to each other. And then, oh, to finish off the battle mode, I completely forgot about it. You flip out these thrusters so he can fly. That would complete it. Complete it. But the wings are going to tab in, actually hook in, to the panels that have the flip out guns. So now you can't even use that gimmick in vehicle mode. And the arms, do they tab in? I believe they do. Well, the hip, this bit tabs in right there. And where does this? Oh, the gray strut tabs in to the wing, and this wing bit comes off. A little bit easier than I would prefer. And do the same thing on the other side. And that's your Sentinel Prime jet mode. It's kind of terrible. I'll admit, I like the front side. I like the top side view of it. It looks good from like that angle. But the arms, like, you couldn't incorporate the arms into the transformation? Like at least with a Seeker, they fold away. Here, they just stick out like crazy. And I would say, why has he got a cockpit when no one's flying? Which, yeah. And it has a bit of a paint mishap right there. But it's gold, so it kind of looks okay. It looks cool. No landing gear. You're probably going to scratch the shit out of the gold painted kneecaps. You can take this assembly and plug it right there and not do much else with it. You can swoosh it around. This was probably the biggest thing that turned me off from like the mainline Sentinel Prime toys. Because the look of the jet mode, it does look better here than those toys, but it still doesn't look good. Like, there's so much visible robot. Like, he basically tucks his arm, like, he dislocates his arms, tucks in a little bit, and then just lets his wings do everything. It's so lazy. I wish the thrusters could move. They've got hinges. They're supposed to tab into the feet, but they don't tab in. At least I think they're supposed to tab in. There's a little tab right there, but there's nowhere in the foot to actually tab in. Nothing secure. You're gonna... This is your alt mode. This is supposed to inspire confidence in all your fellow Transformers, that you're able to fight the Quintessons and look for the matrix of leadership. Like, you call this an alt mode? I call it lazy. He's basically sleeping, while the rest is, yeah, that with his head like that, it looks like he's just sleeping, like nap time mode. He still looks better than a Cybertruck. Hopefully. Oh my god. Could I be any less subtle? However, I like this toy. The big caveat. I like it because he's a Panto villain. He's the one... He's the villain of the movie, but in the sense that you want to see him get killed, and he does. So it's a cathartic moment to see him get his comeuppance. You're like, yes! You go, D16, you prove everyone wrong, you show him that he's not who he says he is. And for that, I'm happy to have this toy. It's not the best toy, it's not the worst toy, but just the movie made me want Sentinel Prime. If only to fight Megatron. And now I'm kind of miffed that I missed the Studio Series Megatron. I'm not super chuffed about getting the Optimus Prime, because other than the slight Cybertronian alt mode, I don't think I need another Optimus Prime right now. He doesn't do anything super amazing in his robot mode. He's just another Optimus Prime. But the Megatron I want, the Bumblebee Studio Series that's also coming out, if it's not out already, I do also want. And the freaking Alito 1. There's more TF1 in Studio Series for next year, for 2026. But for just this year, why the hell is Alita coming out in November when this is already out, and I think Bumblebee is soon to be out in like May? I don't understand. I don't understand. But I feel like I need to make room on a display for Transformers 1 figures now. And hey, maybe if the movie actually did well and they were planning to make a sequel, they could have called it like not 2, but like, what is another Metallica song? Transformers Flux Eterna. Flux Eterna. Or something. I don't know. My favorite Metallica song is Boner. If you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go rip this guy in half now. Bye! Go watch Transformers 1. Go watch it. Keep it weird.